literally can just throw bodies and it should be fine. But if they're not careful, they can be punished with some really good crowd controls. I think Echo, they're going to go express route here. They want to end this fast.
Yeah, they have a bus. It could still be a train in game because that thing can actually slow down OHEB's progress early game.
Yeah.
We've seen an early first blood yesterday from Roger, and it was a complete snowball. But let's kind of check on what's going to happen in this game. It's game number 1. It's Echo versus Blacklist International.
Don't forget, once again, as we get things situated here, let us know in the comments on YouTube. We're picking 2 winners for the 1,000 diamonds. All you got to do is hashtag Echo, hashtag Blacklist, and then your server ID and server numbers. And you get a chance to win the diamonds here now as the lanes kind of get assembled here. Emblem-wise, anything sticking out?
A lot of penetration there. You got 2 ruptures, one of the Bene who's on the fighter emblem, even one of the Valentina. So again, this is Echo wanting to play fast. They want to end this sub 15 minutes.
Wow. Okay, if that is their own timer on how to make this game and composition work, well, I think it's all about how the pressure of the win game, late game condition with the Nathan investment. Speaking of which, supporting and pressure up top as well. I think this is the major focus of this game. The gold lane. How will you even funnel through all of your resources to the gold lane by not having deaths against this Roger? Because Outplay, we've seen him do amazing things with different marksman hero picks, but this thing specifically up against a Nathan, he could be more quicker this time, game-wise.
Yeah, one of the things you really got to do when you're up against Roger in the gold lane is that you have to make the most out of your space-creating skills. So the second skill of the Nathan, his knockback, is going to be really important for him. But now what we're seeing is that Haji is actually going to be helping the Nathan in the gold lane.
Wow.
JP third too.
That gold lane, I mean, the pressure that they can put on with that early damage is going to help them, but
yeah,
really it's just, again, both teams kind of feeling things out, trying to get that level 4 available before this turtle comes up in just a couple seconds here. But even positioning down there from Blacklist International, doing the same thing, waiting for these ultimates to be available. We'll see how they play through it.
Oh, Zaida, I think he kind of felt something was there and didn't bother to check it. But now first turns up for the grabs.
Oh, this is a 50-50.
Half health, they're going to start it up. JP doesn't have that level 4 just yet. Jumps in there, and it's going to be secured by Sanji. There's the heavy spin. JP with Minoan Fury. Everybody's knocked up here at this point, but nobody falls just yet. Edward gets the flicker out. Haji as well. Sanford still on the hunt. One hit gets him there. First blood in the hands of Sanford.
Again, that's what you get with this lineup of Echo. Even though they're not going to be exactly winning that team fight, though they did, you still have to watch out for a potential chase, especially if Sanford holds on to his Petrify. And yes, Sanford held into his Petrify. He didn't use it for the turtle. They took the 50-50 for that turtle take. It was Sanji who miraculously got the last hit. He got the heavy spin instead. And Sanford still had a Petrify to continue the push and eventually get kills. Look at the rush of items here actually by Sanford. Fury Armor into the Dreadnought. So again, they are delaying the potential physical damage coming out of the side of Blacklist. That again is another signal that Echo wants to end this fast. Sub 15 minutes fast.
The wonders. The amazing crowd control wonders of a Minotaur. Still a rising, contested roam choice. And if you're up against a Ruby, Nathan, even the Akai, or even somebody who's going to be in the front lines to make a great setup, this guy can just hold the Minoan Fury or even the Stomp right in the first moment. That's where the thing that blocks your proper setup goes for Blacklist International. He could easily just negate everything. And JP was just holding at the right moment on where to use those knockouts because he knows there's a lot of crowd controls that Blacklist can do against Echo, and that's one thing. What if at some point in the game that Echo didn't manage to do this quicker, and they have a way to penetrate the toughness of this Minotaur? And that's going to be a problem for Echo to even stay in the front line. Because right now, crowd control backs to the National, disrespecting the fact of the spike of Echo's composition.
Seeing how they play it out. The crazy thing about it, too, is even how they only have that one kill, but Echo has that lead. Now Edward in trouble. Gets taken out by Sanford. And now Sanford very confident with the 2 kills now on this Vendetta. That's going to just be another turtle here in the hands of Echo.
Another objective for the Orcus. Edward has been brought back to base. Now focus on... the focus right now could still be up top for Blacklist. Now the eye on OHEB.
You can go for it, get that offended on JP, but he's going to use the No-Aid Fury. They disengage from there. So at this point, you're wondering, where's Blacklist internasional going to find a win? Because Edward having trouble once again. Zyda, Sanford together. Whoa. Final slash going to come through. He's in trouble. Edward gets taken down. That's 3 for Sanford.
That's the recall showing in. The pressure and the flank onto Edward. That's 3 in a row. And there's a trade up top being made by Blacklist. Tower being taken down, looking for ways to have an objective on their way.
Yep, and that's the trade that Blacklist is taking. Yeah, they've lost Edward in the bottom lane. Echo have taken all the turtles so far, but Blacklist are just saying, okay, we really need to funnel onto this Nathan, all the resources that we can get for him, all the space provided. And with the Nathan out of lane, that allows him to do a switch or a roam together with the rest of the team to try and get a few more resources and few more wins. Good thing though for Zyda is that he already prioritized the Radiant Armor, so that should delay the damage being dealt out by the Nathan just a little bit more. But let's see how Echo are going to translate this into their next major rotation, if it's going to be through a fight in the mid or to help Outplay get his turret down up top so that they can continue rotating with their gold laner, just how Blacklist is rotating with theirs.
Yeah, speaking of rotation, we're seeing Blacklist move as a unit right now. They left the gold lane or the top lane open for Echo to be taken, and they're willing to give it away.
Bottom side, Oheb in trouble. Use that intro, but he gets out. There's the flicker though. Sanford could be in trouble. They're going for Oheb. Gonna be the one to fall. Sanji using his own heavy spin. Zyda now on the front of the side. He's gonna back off. They're happy with that kill. They wanted to take out Sanford, but in turn, he gets another kill.
Yeah, that's Oheb.
You saw that getting set up by Sanford and Zyda, with how they were going for the pincer maneuver, with Sanford hugging the shrub next to the wall and Zyda coming up there, even though Haji got to see him. At that point, Sanford already has the items and even just a little bit more sustainability to survive it. Pure Assassin damaged Benedetta. Earlier in the day, we talked about Benedetta's having a good showing so far this season. Edward was one of them, Sanford is one of them now.
Both showing great mastery and potential. 3 turtles in a row.
Yep.
Echo securing objective. Sensui trapped in 4.
You can heavy spin out of here. He is going to be able to get away for now against the full force of Echo. So he survives, but gentlemen, it's 6K ahead now for Echo. This is definitely the Express.
Yep. Sub 12 to 15 minutes. Look at that. Windtalker endless battle going into the... That could be Haas or Berserker actually for the Roger of Outplayed, but Sanford just going like full off damage, bro.
Confidence.
They want to force more. There
man.
A huge setup. Edward has to get out of there, but Oheb locked down, taken down as he falls as well. Blacklist International falls apart of the top lane.
Wow, the combo JP with an entry. That flicker ultimate 3-man combo caught Blacklist off guard. Wow. This is just purely the Express working through the way of the base of Blacklist International.
And right now, Blacklist are just completely out of their element. Echo in full control here. Blacklist high ground defense somewhat okay, but again, Echo can just continue to throw bodies. But at one point, I wonder if Echo's decision to play a lineup that is all dive is going to cost them eventually in the siege portion of the game. But so far, it's going great with JP's decision to go for the Minoan Fury, flicker forward, maximizing it, even the increased Despair Stomp to go forward, get that extra knock-up and damage in. Great play there. One of the players that we highlighted earlier, the core turned roamer, JP. A world champion and 2-time MPL Philippines champion at that.
Yeah, experience.
Excuse me. 3? Oh, wait, no, he was in MDL that time.
Yep.
2, yeah.
That experience and just mastery showing with JP. The story of these 2 roamers who transitioned in a different role, now serving both of the greatest teams in the world, Echo and Blacklist International. Now they're in a match. Now Echo is on the lead, another objective. Will this be an advantage for Echo this time? And Blacklist seems they're not contesting at all.
Yeah, they can. 8,000 gold at the 9-minute mark. It's a little too risky. They're better off trying to defend in their base, and really, you gotta wonder for Blacklist International, where is that timing? Where is that power spike?
Oh, cancelled.
Yep, Sanford's gonna spot him out, but he should be fine. It is Sensui. So where is that timing for Blacklist International? Is it just completely reliant on Oheb here?
Yep. Still waiting for his 3rd item. Should be in at around the 7K, maybe 6.5K mark. Let's see, but even with that, only one Radiant armor you have to deal with, but Zyda does play as a frontliner anyway. All the dive capabilities, JP still on the way to another Radiant armor for the team. Already going up to an endless battle is Sanford. Tough, man. Echo just... Classic Echo Express.
Yep. On a 10K gold lead.
Once again, you guys mentioned this with the lineup as we loaded into this game, that Echo wanted to end it early, wanted to do it fast, and that's exactly what they've done up to this point. 10 minutes in, Lord, top side, it is only the first one of the game. Can Blacklist International hold on? This is definitely going to be a forced situation from Echo here. Even with JP, have that flicker available. Waiting for the moment, he's going to get pulled! Is he going to pop it off? Can't get it just yet! JP's the one to fall! Sanford jumps in the backside, UA has to flicker out! They're still holding it together. Sensui's down though!
No!
But Blacklist International finds a something, stays alive, and Sanji that falls 4 down for Echo. What a defense from Blacklist International.
The pull by Haji.
Haji with the play. JP had his own great play as a roamer with the Minoan Fury, the spare stomp. But with how Haji did that, if I'm not mistaken, he used the dash after the first skill. Remember the passive with the Ruby, after she cast skill, she dashes in the direction being pointed at. Then she got in range, or Haji got in range to use the I'm Offended onto JP plus the flicker. That was a really fast sequence to get that combo off by Haji that forced Echo to respond. And yes, even though Echo has a big lead, they were still under the tower of Blacklist to deal with it. Great play by Haji.
And a great defense as well. The code still breathes. They're breathing now to find a way to recover into this game. Now the gold deficit's probably from now it's half from 10K gold. Now this is the moments that they're trying to capitalize on, these chances. Because at that point, this is the make or break play, because as you've said, you guys back in the draft, they're relying on ult for damage in the late game potential, win game condition. So in order to make that work, you need something to pull somebody in or take something out of Echo.
Still got to be careful here though.
For sure. And one of the big reasons why they have to be careful, Blacklist still has to be careful, but going back to MPL Philippines season, it'll break the tempo of your opponents, especially their team fights. Great for compositions that love to dive. Because one, don't run Wolf King, which again, you get that cooldown really quickly, is going to disrupt the tempo of the dive heroes that you're fighting against.
Well, even with this, the tempo or not, they got to deal with the Lord. Sanford going to get swept up. They jump in with the Minoan Fury, outplayed, looking for his own entry point.
Who gets
Still
this
going
Lord?
for it. Edward going to be in trouble. Outplayed gets the kill. Who got the Lord?
Go!
It's Zyda that gets that, and another member of Blacklist will fall to outplayed. And once again, they find themselves on the defense.
Sanji with the final slash is the Valentina, perfectly timed. Final slash, and at the animation of the slight, if knock back, or is it a knock up on the R-Lot? He was crowd control system, so we couldn't get the retribution off in time, and it was Zyda who did it.
It was just few seconds that we are seeing Sanji not getting any ultimate at all from Blacklist International.
Yeah.
He just timed it right, just being unpredictable. But what ultimate was by just getting the perfect ultimate for his team, and that was just completely a win for Echo, and the lead is growing back on their own way.
Yeah, that's true. He's been juggling ultimates all game.
So we said in the draft, even with those first 3 picks from Blacklist International, Sanji's going to have his picking in terms of ultimates, and we've seen it here. He's holding on to that final slash once again. Can they pull it off? There it is. Forcing that flicker. Under the turret they go. Minoan Fury as well. Under the turret, they fall. Sanford the one to go down. So Blacklist International still working. Haji gets the pull with the I'm Offended. And with that, they'll find another successful defense for Blacklist International.
Again, the very risky thing. If you in the middle. Well, no, okay. So again, the very risky thing. If you have a lineup that's just pure dive, not a lot of range. Yes, we know that the Roger can go into human form to be able to damage from range as well, but this is essentially a dive comp. And Blacklist International, knowing their condition, they can push forward.
Yep.
Haji!
Haji
Great pull.
Goes in, takes out Sanji. A great use with the conceal, the I'm Offended combination. And now it's Echo, even with a lead and with their backs against the wall for now, until they can readjust here.
Yeah, speaking of adjustment, it's 2 turrets down from Echo. A great way to bounce back. Blacklist International. So with this dive composition, at this point in the game, in the late game, this is where their composition shines.
Yeah, this window of opportunity for Echo to win this game in a safe manner is closing faster and faster as Blacklist is catching up. At this point in the game, Blacklist is better with their hero lineup to face to what Echo can throw at them. Despite all the dive in the world, Blacklist will have the damage. Echo needs to be sharper, because if not, Blacklist might get another iconic turnaround victory that they've been known for so many seasons.
That's one thing that they can use. That small window that they're known for.
Okay.
It's not over till it's over for Blacklist International. Once they see that, they just take it.
By the way, great Dragon Spear on Outplayed's Roger. So he's going to be going for, when he uses the ultimate, whether it's human into wolf or whenever, he gets a little bit more movement speed, and of course, it's a crit build for Outplayed's Roger. Critical hits.
Outplayed, just completely building with all of his fight and damage. Now, Lord is up. Echo and Blacklist. This is still... Yes, go ahead.
Real quick, good item pickup right now by Yue. Already has a glowing wand. So, should help with the tanky front line of Echo. So, Blacklist definitely has the damage that they need already. Sanji has the ultimate of the Arlot. The final slash is onto the mid laner of Echo.
Yeah. Look at the positioning of Sanford before just going in. He's just making sure of the waves from mid to bottom. Again, this is a Benedetta. The split push and the capability of Sanford. This is completely still high of a split against Blacklist International.
Yep. Watch minion wave management. Echo's just going to get the minion waves up top naturally.
Sanford there too, behind enemy lines.
Spotted.
Going for the initiation. JP could be in trouble. Couldn't get it off in time with the backside. Oheb could be in trouble. Sanford going for the kill. Immortality going to be popped. Outplayed. Trying to get Oheb. He will find him. Boom! But the shot from Yue will get him down as well. But it's not enough. Outplayed still going to be up. Gets another kill. Make it a triple. Can he grab Edward? Immortality going to be popped here. Can Yue do? Can't keep them together. And that is going to be it. Echo charging towards the base, and they'll take this game #1 against Blacklist International.
Classic Echo Express. Taking this game quicker, but that was some sort of hiccups. But still, they managed to end this through against Blacklist International. Still, we were seeing some hope